Welcome to today's webinar, Tips and Tricks, Answers to the Most Common Support Questions. We will now look at the difficulties that can arise when we use beook, starting with logging, registering, unlocking ebooks, installing and entering your own data. First of all, we would like to explain briefly why we ask for a support request when we receive a telephone request or a request by email. With the support request, which you will find here, we also send a log file of the device that we are using at the moment. This file provides us with a lot of information. On the one hand, about the device, the app version, but also about the installation status of the ebooks, for example, and we can track the user sections. It is therefore always important that the support request is sent from the device on which the technical difficulties arise. So just select the problem here, verify your address mail, your name, and the provider. Here you can enter a detailed description, which is very helpful for us. Also, screenshots are very helpful. We also recommend that you always use the latest app version. The app is constantly being improved and optimized, so it may be that a bug you have noticed has already been fixed in the latest version. You can always install the latest app version on our website, and you will also be informed with an update message in the app as soon as there is a new version. You are not sure which app version you are currently using, you can find this here at the top under About beook, Program Version and Program Build. If we now go to the login and it doesn't work, what could be the reason? Please verify that you have chosen the correct provider. Mostly this is beook. If you have several accounts with different providers, we recommend that you link them according to the instructions on our website. In our collection of documentation, you will find a documentation how you can link various accounts from different providers to the same user. If you are sure that you have chosen the correct provider, please make also sure that you have entered a correct email address. Note that beook contains two different email addresses. On the one hand, the account email address, which you need for the login or also to reset the password. The other email address is the contact email address, which is used for communication with the support. You can only change the contact email address yourself in the application. To change the account email address, you must contact the support team. If you can't remember your password, you can reset it by clicking on Forgotten Password. You will then receive an email with a link to set a new password. Please also check your spam folder. If the login was successful, we can complete the information in the app. We can redeem an activation code. Again, please make sure that you choose the correct provider. Also, pay attention to mistakes while entering the code. There have been cases where the small l has been mistaken for a 1. In this case, the code will be considered invalid. If we do not want to redeem an activation code, or if we have already been able to redeem it, we can go directly to the ebooks by clicking here. You just have to enter the activation code once. After that, it is linked to your account and you can just use your login data on other devices to get access to your ebooks. To install an ebook, an internet connection is required. Otherwise, the app can also be used offline. When installing the ebook, make sure that you have a working internet connection. If something does not work, you can run the diagnosis under help. This can give you further clues. If you receive a message license expired, so the number of devices is exceeded, you can either contact support so that the devices are reset for you, or you can uninstall the ebook on another device on which you no longer need it. The provider says in each case on how many devices the ebooks can be used. After restarting the application, you should be able to access the ebook again. Another possibility to refresh your account is here by clicking on Refresh Account and Licenses. For teachers who teach in different classrooms, we also offer another kind of license, the floating license. In this case, the app automatically registers the device when it is started and is automatically released again when it is closed. However, a network connection is necessary for this. If the content is not completely displayed, it is best to delete the ebook and to install it again. If you want to be absolutely sure, you can also create a new profile. To do this, click on your username and on Manage Profiles. Here you have the possibility to create a new profile. You can then log in with your login data. Before doing so, make sure that the cloud is activated in the profile. The data you enter is synchronized and saved in the cloud. If captured data disappears, you can try to recover it with the Recovery Manager. You can find instructions on how to do this here on our website under Help and Support Recovery Manager. You can also make a backup manually so that you could restore the data at any time. You find the Recovery Manager here by clicking on this icon and then under Cloud Recovery Manager. Possible errors for an incomplete synchronization are no internet connection, chapter not changed, app not closed properly, not using the same user on both devices, or a too big time difference in the time from several devices. In case of such problems between two devices, please send us also a support request from both devices. If the connection to the cloud is not possible, check the firewall and proxy setting. You can find all the details here on our website under Documentation and then Firewall Proxy Settings. Thank you for your attention. If you have any questions or technical difficulties, please do not hesitate to contact our support team.